Hello my friends, it's Tom at Weapons Education. Your friend and host here to bring you a cool video, I think. Something we need to talk about, that's for sure. And as times change the way they are now so quickly, let's talk about some items, some products I personally think that all of us should at least have one of the way things are going. Let's just put it that way. With that said, so some emergency products to get. We obviously know this is a firearm channel. You need a good firearm. This happens to be an HK45, and I'm going to go through a lot of products here. I'm not going to tell you what pistol right now to get, but something quality that right now you have to envision the price going up, skyrocketing in, let's say, 18 months. Even if regulation does not change on some of these products, the prices will skyrocket. And you have to look at it that way also. Regulation, will it get more strict? Also, prices, will they go up? And, you know, it could be both. Hope not. But a revolver, good revolver, a good pistol. Of course, you need a good rifle. We know what type of rifle you want. Something that'll suit your style the best. You need a good shotgun. I spoke about shotguns a lot. I like the FN SLP. The Winchester has that SXP, a great pump action. And then the way to carry your ammo with your shotgun is this bandolier I'm sporting right here. The link is below for this bandolier. I mean, a shotgun is a great product to grab and go and, heaven forbid, an emergency situation. And that's what I'm getting at here. You're in an emergency situation, which we've seen a lot of here in the last couple of years, and going forward we might see more emergency situations, and if you happen to be in one, you want to have all these types of things. So this bandolier, you can grab your shotgun, but without a bunch of shells, yeah, you're not going to do much with, you know, your 3 to 8 rounds or 10 rounds you have in your shotgun. So you want to be able to carry your shells. This is all handmade leather. I'll put the link below for this. And it's right here, Weapons Education, holsters.com, and the phone number to get one of these bandoliers. But that's what this video is about, really some essentials that you want. So I mentioned a pistol, a shotgun, a rifle. We know that, right? We probably already all have that. And you know about ammunition. I spoke about ammunition a lot over the years. Unfortunately, I was right on how the prices are going to go up and up and up, and it's going to become more scarce and scarce and scarce. And that has happened, and the price on ammunition is going to really start skyrocketing. And I'm a financial planner, by the way. That's what I do for a living. I'm a money manager. I'm telling you now, folks, the price of ammunition is a commodity. It's like gold. You want to load up, no pun intended, on as much ammunition as you can get right now. And I know times are tough, and I know a lot of people cannot afford to do what I'm telling you to, or advising you to do. But if you could, get a lot of ammunition. Get it by the 1,000, you know, buckets full right now. Not just 9mm, by the way. Don't let everyone force you to just get the 999. Get whatever calibers of gun you own, and about 10,000 rounds per caliber for that pistol or rifle or shotgun. Reason being is in the future you can always barter with that, and you can sell it for a lot of money, because the rifle or pistol is worth zero without the ammunition that goes with it. Just think of horrific things happening in the future. It's very possible that these items will be very scarce. So look at it that way, and you want to kind of get a hold of it now. So ammunition, please. You know, I used to say dollar cost average. Every paycheck, get 1 box a week, and then over 10 years, you got a lot of ammo. That's great, but right now it's crunch time. Right now is you got to move quick. And no more 10 years. No more 10 years in the future right now. If you don't have enough from the last 10 years saved up, then you got to do it over the next quick, 12 months or something. All right, now magazines. I can't stress this enough. All the individual parts that make up a magazine are possibly going to be regulated and possibly going to go up in price. So, do you want them now, or do you want them when they're $300 each, or $250 each, or extremely hard to get? if you own an HK45 and you want to get a mag, what's gonna happen? I'll leave it at that. Knives, okay, you know, I like my extra large Espada, and I always like to sport this thing, but you do want to have a couple of good quality knives, not necessarily this, but unless you're trained with it like I am, I know how to use it, because I certainly wouldn't want someone to use the knife in my hand against me. So don't get a knife for self-defense unless you kind of know what you're doing, because it could be used against you. But you do want a knife like I didn't pull all my knives out for this, but like a Gukakukuri if you want to chop wood, or a Bowie is something, a good all-around knife, correct? Or something if you want to whittle wood with, a Spyderco type of knife, something small to get in there and do things. But all these types of knives, you want to get involved in having a couple of 3 or 4 different good quality knives. And I've been doing a lot with the knife industry, and that's a whole separate video. And you think pistols are expensive? I'm dealing with people who like knives in the $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 range, and the more expensive they are, the quicker they sell. So the knife industry is a huge, huge, huge industry. But get yourself a couple of good quality knives before the prices go up even higher, and they are. And I've seen it. I've seen it. I told everyone to get these medium when they were medium sized. You can't get the medium Espadas now. If you had one, you can pull $3,000 for it probably easy. That you paid $250 for 4 years ago. Now they don't make them no more. So knives are really highly collectible, and they're good to save your life, and they help you with things in the future. Now flashlights, what I do, I have a lot of flashlights. I've been a flashlight guy way before my channel. Matter of fact, the very first video I ever did was a flashlight video. But I had the Surefire thing and all that. But I always carry 2 right here. And always something, you know, because I'm a pretty big guy. And if I had to use it for self-defense, I could. And I have a light, and they're pointing straight down. So while I'm walking, I can just hit this. And while I'm walking, I can see where I'm walking at night. And if I want, I can just pull it like that and go like that. And go into strobe mode and all that with these things. So you need a good collection of flashlights. My store is 954-804-4381. So you can rewind and listen to that again. 954-804-4381. It's along the bottom right here. But if you want like one whole package deal on all of this, some people like simplicity and say, I don't want to do all that shopping. Maybe a guy like Tom can help me figure it all out. We could at my store and help you put a package together. Of course, I don't have nothing to do with selling firearms. I have nothing to do with selling ammunition. But everything else, yeah, if leather bandoliers and other things we're going to speak about, and knives and all this type of stuff, I can put you together a nice package. Now, you also need, besides the flashlights, there's all different kinds of flashlights you need besides the small one like I just showed you. You want bigger ones. One flashlight in particular saved me one night when I was pulling along a 26 foot like a horse trailer. It was really monstrous, and it got a flat tire, and I was on the Florida Turnpike, and there was no shoulder on the road, and if I didn't have that strobe light, which lasted 8 hours, 9 hours back there overnight to keep the cars from smashing into my rig, it really saved me that night as I stayed way off of the turnpike 40 feet away. It's good to have, you never know when you need a good high quality flashlight, a big giant one or a little one. So keep that in mind. And now to breathe, we've seen things with these derailments and stuff like that, and problems where people inhaling bad things. In the past, we've had issues where people need to breathe better. So this is what I do. I've always done the real deal. I've walked around like this for a while, and this is the real stuff. This is the real deal. The respirator with with air, which is called a PAPR. Okay, now you can breathe. My buddy Josh is here. I Josh, you work in some fires and situations like that. How does this help you compared to having a PAPR? I'm just saying a PAPR compared to just a mask, and this is a good mask. A mask with see, this is the filter. You can put the filter on the mask here, where the hose is, or just put the hose into one of these PAPRs, which go on your hip, and the air goes through here, through the hose, and into your mouth. Then you can breathe. And what's the difference in trying to breathe through this with the PAPR or without to you?
Yeah, well, like you said, you can put both filters actually will go onto the mask, but the breathing, the simple summary is the breathing is much easier with the PAPR because it's blowing air in constantly, so it makes inhaling and exhaling much easier. Literally, you can go for hours and try running and gunning and training with the mask directly with the filter. You're good if maybe you can last 20 minutes in those things. They get very humid and hot. They will work in a pinch, but PAPR is well worth it.
Right. So
powered air purifying respirator. Yes.
Say that again. The PAPR stands for what?
Powered air purifying respirator.
Good job. Thank you for that input. So now, where I am down here in southeast Florida, Fort Lauderdale area, Boca Raton, there's railroad tracks going up and down. We got the ships coming in and out of Fort Lauderdale, out of Miami. We got a lot going on down here. But the key is to have the air to breathe to get to safety. You're not going to wear that for 7, 8, 10 straight days, obviously. That's to get you from ground zero, problem zone, to safety zone. Maybe even if it's 18 hours of driving, you can wear that with the air blowing, and you have to have a lot of batteries and battery backup and stuff like that. But the phone number is 954-804-4381, and I must have, oh, how many do I have in that box of filters? What, 40, 50 of them? Yeah. And then all the colors. It covers all the stuff you can inhale. But you need that. All right, so let's move right along. The body armor, I'm telling you, get it now before it's too expensive. The same thing. Before this is too expensive, and you need one for your whole family. My wife's like, how many of these do you got for me and our daughters? And I'm like, well, I got 2 for you, 2 for each child, 2 for me. And then 2 and 2, 2, and double times everything, and like a whole bunch of batteries that are all recharged. And then what about this? Yeah, you need body armor these days in case we're in a situation. And the big giant baggy shirts, if you really have like this. This is made by Duluth. I like if you're a big guy, Duluth makes these extra long, they come down to almost your knee, it seems, the extra long ones, big and tall. But Duluth has these really thick, long shirts, and you can wear body armor under them. Yeah, body armor, I can get it. It's not cheap to do it right, but your life it's on the line. So this will stop up to a 44 Magnum comfortably, I can say that. I don't like to tell people it's going to stop a rifle round, even though some of them might say they're designed to. But no, without bringing up rifle names, let's get it up to a 44 Magnum. Hopefully, even if you get one that's designed for a rifle round, it'll save you in that situation. But I can tell you from a guy who went flying off a dirt bike, just going from a dirt bike hitting the ground from 60 to 0, the damage you do to the internal organs, the concussion, what it can do to you. All right, anyway, a lot of damage. Lost the left lung, but I'm okay. Now, first aid. Oh, this thing here, this gadget here. And I took this out to show you. Who makes this, Josh? Do you remember?
I think that's Haley Strategic.
That's right, Haley Strategic. This has got like a 6.8 special mags in it. Okay, because I kind of like that. I like that rifle round, and it's got a SAR USA, a lower cost, but it's great for knocking around, throwing this, throwing around, going on a boat, stuff like that. So I don't care. That's why this particular pistol's here with a whole bunch of mags in this system. And so you need a good system that you can just throw on over your chest right here, the front. So you got your shotgun, you got your shells, you get your pistol, you get your rifle with your sling. You're a whole G.I. Joe by now, right? And then first aid. Now, it's one thing to have a first aid kit, and as we got prepared for this video, I even showed my wife earlier. I told Tammy, I go, we got more first aid than I realized. I mean, I got like 6 monster bags like this down here, for real. And it's one thing to have first aid. Take a look here. It's one thing to have your first aid, and it's another thing to know how to use it. Like a tourniquet and everything that's in there, you need to know how to use it. So really envision a problem like a car accident, and you walk up to it and you see people who just got smashed out of a car, and you're the first responder as a good Samaritan, and you happen to have this in your trunk, and what are you going to do? Okay, you got Quick Clot, a product that you push into a wound and stops the bleeding. You always want to stop the bleeding and get the airflow first, and stop the bleeding. Those are the 2 most important things. So, but breathing is an emergency, so you need to know all these things about your first aid kit and maybe take a class. And that's what I'm trying to tell everybody right now, is get these emergency things, throw them when I must have missed 30, 40 things. But prices are going up, things are going to get more difficult to get. I'm telling you, that's a fact. And things are going to get more regulated. I'm telling you, that's a fact. I'm sorry, but we have to deal with reality. My name is Tom, your friend, and please thumb up the video, pass this around in this situation we're in right now, and I'll see you next time, my friends. You take care. I really care about all of you. Bye-bye.